Yeah, so this customer came in. Their main concern was there was a heavy vibration in the vehicle. They told our service advisors that they are thinking that it's the engine mounts. So we brought the vehicle in and we did our inspection, made sure that his assumption was correct, and it was correct. Put the parking brake on and we loaded the engine. And what happened was the engine lifted out of the engine mounts, literally coming out of its socket. He wanted to do just the one, but I showed him that the other side is also having some movement in the play. It's not leaking, but it's completely collapsed, which it'll leak after it completely collapses, of course, once the fluid erupts. I lifted the vehicle up and I showed him that there's play in the transmission mount as well, so we're also going to be replacing the transmission mount with the engine mounts as well. This engine mount completely collapsed to where it leaked all the fluid out. I mean, this should not be happening at all, especially when they leak. So this causes heavy vibration in the vehicle while they're driving, while they're idling. Very uncomfortable. Also, it could tug on some coolant lines and stuff like that. That's very unnecessary. So we would like to replace them and make everything better. This is what a brand new engine mount would look like. Of course, very clean. Once we get this cover off, which is just a rubber cover, dust cover, there's very minimal play in this bushing here. And this one here, completely broken. And leaking. Like this one was extremely collapsed to the point where you accelerated, you feel a very heavy thud because the engine is jumping out of its place. So it can get as crazy as that, or it can be as not severe to where it's just a heavy vibration in the vehicle, but not as, separated. For this job, I like to use the pull jack. It makes everything a lot easier. Literally pushing the engine up off of the engine mounts in order for me to remove the engine mounts and put new engine mounts in. The engine mount is back in its place over there. And then we'll just install the bolts, tighten it down, torque it down, and it should be ready to go. One of the pretty bad engine mounts that I have seen in a very long time, and they will experience a different ride that is more like night and day. It'll be a very big difference in what they feel when they're driving.